I'm not an Indonesian, first of all, but I wish to share with you my observation from Aceh, north of Sumatra, into Timor. I have traveled. So, just to share what is happening and why I consider this conference is important, because I have traveled among the pesantren, the religious school. Pardon?
You're traveling to Sumatra.
Okay? Now just to share you know, majority in Southeast Asia, the majority is from Indonesia. And I was involved in training the students in Indonesia. So then when the funders come, they say, Kamal, you cannot neglect Indonesia. We were trying to avoid Indonesia. But they said, cannot, because there's the majority. And in ASEAN, they sometimes will call the shot. So when I moved from Aceh, which I was involved in humanitarian, tsunami, everything, then into Java, I was involved in humanitarian earth, then also in Borneo, then I went to East Timor, which is during the quarrel between Indonesia before the separation. Then I observed there are lots of farmers, small farmers need the help. And I promised them, look, we can link with Malaysia because Malaysia has a good network. I know there are some NGOs there in Indonesia, but I think my experience with CAP, SAM, Network, we have a good link, and of course, with Anadana and with my good friend Gopala, excellent farmers. The only thing my regret is that just to tell you one short story, during Pongal harvest, he chased me back. He said, Kamal, you better go back to Malaysia. I said, why? In Tamil Nadu, Pongal is number one. So hundreds of relatives coming, I got no time for you. But he's a good farmer, and Haji Hod and I went there, and what we observed were pictures of us taking among the turmeric, and it is tall as iron, and that shows his soil is the number one. But now I want to link how to bring the Indonesian to come to learn from both, from Anadana, Sanvita, which I've been several times there, and also to Gopala. So I told them, his vermicompost is not in the wooden box. His vermicompost is on site, 50 feet long and 3 feet wide, and there are 100 of them. And if organic wants to grow, we have to go that size. We have to learn, we have to graduate. Not only we maintain at a small scale. I'm not asking for a big scale. I promote small and medium. So in Indonesia, there is a pesantren. Now I'm going to compare to you then the two pesantren. Pesantren is the religious school. Why? Because they are the majority. Both Nahdlatul Ulama and Muhammadiyah, they're the majority. You can't avoid. So politically also, just to tell you about selection of Malaysian Prime Minister, not the recent one. Previously, the big companies, the big multinational or the big NGO from America will come talk to me and said how to assess. I said, look, whatever it is, Malaysian is small brother, you must get the blessing from the big brother. So what I want to do now is that I have to do, with your permission, that this connection, and I have to bring it back. Because there is a one pesantren school, they call it very interesting, Pondok Ecology Religious School. And the syllabus, everything what we discuss, A to Z, so I don't pronounce it A to Z, because I don't like the Z. So A to Z is about how to make healthy food. But I accept that, no, I agree that the seeds must come. So this pesantren, agroecology pesantren, run by two husband and wife team, and they, since 2008, they subscribe to the idea that food, healthy, local, sustainable food must be produced by small and family farm. They subscribe to that. This is the pesantren which I am going next year just to bring. They have mentioned, they have agreed that they have done, said no outside seeds, just our own seeds, so that we can survive. But there is another big pesantren in Bandung, which they produce 5 tons of vegetables a day. Big, but they work with the local villages. But the seeds, they have not come up, they have not graduated to your scale, Anadana or Gopala's scale. They have not graduated to that. Because they still buy seeds and produce. Of course, everybody is very proud. They have come up with a book. They have written a book, 300 pages, that this is pesantren ittifaq. But the seeds are not theirs. And also the marketing part, they are linked to the capitalist food system. Basically, you know, in our system, food system, the multinational or the corporate guys are controlling the seeds. Not only the seeds, the marketing, everything. So I observe that these are the fertile areas where we can talk. I can go and talk, but later on maybe bring some of the students here to learn, or maybe to India if there are some funds, you know, for them to learn. And also this ecological school, the pesantren ecological school, they subscribe 100% to our ideas. Small and medium farmers own seeds, local seeds, produce healthy food, and they said you have to go away from the big corporate lifestyle, which hurts me because I come from that scenario. I come from that scenario. I was in Harrison's and Crossfield plantation, very big plantation, one of the big plantation. And last time I was 100% on chemical, everything. But since I joined CAP and Sabah Alam, so my mind was spoiled. So instead they said, you are spoiled now. So you have to fight them. I said, yes, uncle, I will fight them, but give me some time, because this always pushes us. As Chi Yoling said, he pushed everybody. So, but what I want to do now is that next year I'm going to this ecological school to establish the link. They have their own seeds collection. They have done it. So, but I want to talk to them, say that, look, it has to be done systematically. Because I understand the religious school, when they come to pertanian, agriculture, they forget about the system. They think everything can grow. So this is, they have to understand this. And these are the hard costs. But if you can work with them, provide good, healthy, sustainable food, then the extremism will be less. Because when I travel from Aceh during after tsunami, when sending the food and all that, So then when I deliver, Maggi mee, Indomie, Maggi mee, these are the fast food. Then the guys working there said, Pak Kamal, Mr. Kamal, we have enough of Maggi mee, or they call it throw me. You throw me to us. But now we are under trauma. Traumatic, because you only throw me. What we need, this is what I realized. What we need is fresh vegetables. When you spend, 1 million, 2 million on food, but then they say, can we get fresh vegetables? And this is where, this conference to me helps me to establish the link and to bring that group in Indonesia to certain level so that they can have their own seeds. They have done it, but systematically they can have their own seeds, produce good seeds, produce good healthy food. And again, I have this idea of post COVID-19. We don't need a lot of pharmacies, products. We need the natural remedies, natural products, which I learned a lot from Ayurveda, from Kerala and all that. Even in Bangalore also they have good Ayurveda, last time Ayurveda hospital. But we need to understand this so that when we go forward, especially for 286 million in Indonesia, if we can get substantial to produce their own food, healthy food, then they don't depend on outside. And they will not be so violent against outsiders. So those are the areas which I'm trying to highlight, so that, I do produce my own. I work with Haji Hod, then I work with the orang asli in Cameron Highland. So when I consume avocados, those are my sins. I love avocados. So then I take the seeds, I germinate it, then with the seedlings I will travel to Cameron Highland and give it to the people there. And they have grown avocados now. Avocados and durian Belanda, soursop. Soursop, they have grown it in Cameron Highland among the indigenous people. So the only thing is that I fail to stop them, I fail to encourage them not to abandon hill paddy. Because now I observe they are graduating into buying paddy, buying vegetable, buying herbal. I said, look, your selections of herbal plant in the jungle are very rich. And you don't need outside fertilizer. What I learned from Indonesia, from Gobala and from Anadana, that sometimes your fish amino acids, the growth promoters, and also you take some of the microbes from the bullock, from the bamboo, and it produces good compost, and it helps to germinate and to strengthen and produce good fruits for your village, and you can sell it in Cameron Highland for some money. So those are I wish to share, and after this we will go for, we are going to Indonesia to promote because they have the agroecology India syllabus, serious one, and they based on the Quran, you need to produce food for mankind. Thank you very much.